You know, many people they pray in different ways, and and they use different devices or tools when they pray, like a rosary, or a chaplet, or a crucifix, a miraculous medal. Some people pray with objects. Now, this is a true story, a true testimony. Um, Many years ago, I was praying the Chaplet of Saint Michael, the Archangel. I had the little rosary that they sell for it, for the chaplet, with three beads, 9 times going around because of the 9 choirs of angels. Um, it's a little chaplet, look like a rosary. You could pray, you could pray the Chaplet of Saint Michael with a rosary, you know, but we use your fingers and count every three, every one. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I once went to Saint Rita's shrine and I bought the chaplet, but for some reason I don't know what happened to it. But so I used to pray the Chaplet of Saint Michael, the Archangel, and I would thank my guardian angel for all the good things it has done for me. He or she has done for me, my guardian angel, especially before I go to sleep. Okay, that was many years ago. Now, time went by. Lots and lots of time went by. And now, this is something that I always do because we have a family get together once in a blue moon. Different holidays, the family come over. So what I do is I go shopping for candies and cookies and stuff like that for the family when they come over. The kids, the grown-ups, the teenagers, everybody come over. They would take up the candy, or if we have a guest that's not a family member that happens to come in, I will offer them a cookie, a piece of cake, some candy in a jar. So I go to the market um, um, at times, and I put around my house a lot of cookies and cakes. If you go to my videos, you'll see in my videos that I show a lot of cakes and cookies and candy. Just look around it. Okay, this is what happened. Not too long ago, I started to again pray the chaplet of Saint Michael, the Archangel. Now, how did I pray? Well, in the morning time, about 7 o'clock, I would go to the Catholic network, the Catholic channel, and I would see, I think that EWTN, I think the channel, and I would go to EWTN and I'll see Mother Angelica sitting down with a chaplet. Now, the chaplet of St. Michael does look like a rosary, but instead of a section of 10 beads and one beads, it had three beads uh, going around 9 times. There's 9 choirs of angels, and you pray each choir. Now, this is what happened. Uh, every morning, I check my blood sugar to make sure that my diet is doing good. It's doing well. Because even though there's candy around the house, I don't always eat the candy. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Now, what I did, I used to experiment. Every time my blood sugar is down, I would eat a couple pieces of candy, and then I would take my blood sugar about 2 hours later to see how high it goes. Now, I do this often because I like candy. You see the jar of candies, your cookies, cakes, everything. Okay, um, I was praying the Chaplet of Saint Michael, and I was thanking my guardian angels for protecting me, and thanking God and Mary and Jesus and the saints and everybody and the angels. And for some reason, even though I started to pray the chaplet, and I like to pray the chaplet, it gave me a good feeling inside. Again, for a couple of days, I stopped doing it. You know, when you begin something, after a couple of days, you stop doing it, and then you say to yourself, I better do it again. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I stopped doing it, and I remember in the daytime, I in the daytime I had jars of candy and cookies and potato chips and all that there. I checked my sugar in the morning time. It was nice and normal. It was okay. I was happy. Hey, I was happy that I was controlling my blood sugar. So that day I'm talking about, I ate my breakfast as usual, controlling my blood sugar, of course. And I decided to have 2 pieces of candy and some chips, a little bag of chips throughout the day. I go throughout the day. I walk around the house, watch television, do my exercise, and then I probably grab a candy or two and a little bag of chips. And I say, okay, now I say, you know what? I stopped doing my Chaplet of Saint Michael for a couple of days. I want to go back and do the chaplet. I did the chaplet. I did the chaplet with Mother Angelica. Same place, the Catholic Network, 7 o'clock, channel EWTN, or Mother Angelica. I did the chaplet. I mentioned all the choirs of the angels. I thank my guardian angel for guiding me and taking care of me. They like that when you thank them, acknowledge them. And I thank God, of course, and Jesus, and and the saints and everybody. When you pray, and I feel good. I feel around me an energy. You feel like it's some kind of energy around you. You feel good. You feel like something's around you, but you can't explain what it is. So I had a nice feeling. I was sitting down for an extra 10 minutes after I did the chaplet. I was sitting down, and I was sensing a beautiful energy around me. Now, this is what happened. Nighttime came. Nighttime. It was almost time for me to go to sleep. And I did my prayers. I thank God and Jesus for the things we have. I thank Mary. I thank the saints, the angels, my guardian angels, for guiding me in everything and everything. I felt good because I did the Chaplet of Divine Mercy. I mean, that's not divine. I did the Chaplet of Saint Michael, the Archangel, not the Chaplet of Divine Mercy, the Chaplet of Saint Michael, and I felt very good. And I thanked my guardian angel before I went to sleep. And I fell asleep. You know the kind of sleep where you wake up once in a while and then you go back to sleep, you wake up and you go back to sleep. I was in between sleep and awake throughout the night. And I had a dream. And the dream, I saw lots of candy. I saw lollipops, chocolate candy. I even saw ice cream. I saw chips. It's like going to a store. Okay? And I saw all that in front of me. And then I went back to sleep. After when you have to sleep, half awake at nighttime, but you eventually fall asleep and you wake up, and then you wake up next morning. And I was saying to myself, I wonder what that dream means. I wonder what it meant, that dream. Now, at first, I thought psychologically, because I'm very sensitive to sugar in my blood. I thought maybe that was my psychological state of mind, that I missed the junk food. Even though I do eat it, but not as much. Maybe that's what I thought. Logically, that's what I thought my dream meant. That I was thinking about eating junk food and this is not. But I didn't have much to eat. The day before, I just had a couple pieces of candy, and a little bag of chips. A little bag of chips, okay? And I remember the whole house was full of candy because I bought it. I went to the store and bought a lot of candy for the guests and for the family members and everything. If you go to my videos, you'll see you see me show my candies. And I remember that every morning I take my blood sugar as soon as I wake up. As soon as I wake up, okay. And as I was waking up, I say I want to take my blood sugar because I wonder what that dream means. Maybe because I'm sensitive to sugar, that I wanted more. I wanted to have more to eat, but I couldn't. You know, because you maybe like a person who's on a diet, who can't eat a certain kind of foods. It has rings about it. That's what I thought. That's what I thought I was doing. So I took I got my machine indicator for the sugar level, and I took my sugar. It was very, very high. I got scared, but I know that when sugar goes high, I just got to fast breakfast and it'll go down, or eat a cup of coffee and maybe a piece of bread. I know a bread has a lot of sugar. I know, but I do that, and then by lunch time my sugar go down. I know, 'cause I'm used to it. You know how you used to what has sugar, what doesn't have sugar, how your blood is affected. So I know. Right away, I was a little frightened because all I had was the same piece of candy I always had before, and my sugar level was never that high, but I did have a little bag of chips, and I had a dream about all those candies, right? Remember I told you, and the chips and ice cream and everything, and I went to the machine. It was high, and right away I knew that was my guardian angel warning me that I'm overindulging, that I was overindulging. So when you thank the guardian angels for being with you, when you thank God and Jesus for sending guardian angels to you, and thanking God and Jesus and Mary for the things you have, and or the things that they have given you, and the Holy Spirit too. When you do your chaplet, when I did my chaplet of Saint Michael the Archangel, and a feeling came over me that was good, that's God taking care of me by way of His guardian angels, by way of His guardian angels. So the chaplet of Saint Michael the Archangel really, really does work. When you pray, you really are with God. You really think your angels are with you, and they guide you in all the ways to help you get back to God. If you're going to sin or do something against God, your angel is there to let you know what you're doing. Oh, trust me, I've been there before with temptation. That's another story. But the chaplet of Saint Michael does work. My advice to you is that acknowledge and thank your guardian angel for being with you, and I advise you. I cannot make you. I can only advise you to do the chaplet of Saint Michael. All right? It does work, and they were guiding me, telling me not to overindulge. Okay, or because everything's there around me, the candy, the cookies in the house, and all that. It doesn't mean I have to eat it, all of it. But other people, other members of my family were eating it, and that was good because I didn't want to overeat it. But so if you have a dream about elastic candy, and your blood sugar is very sensitive to the sugar, the blood sugar, to glucose, it may be telling you that you're overindulging. That's what it's telling you. Okay? Now, I was no diet, so I cannot tell you that means that because you're in a diet, you miss the junk food. You know how people get in a diet and they can't eat certain foods and they dream about it? In this case, it was different. I was overindulging. So if you dream about having of seeing candy around you, okay? Now, this is not the first time, okay? There were other times where I prayed to God about thinking God about life, I talked to God about things that was going on in life, how he blessed the family and everything. And so, and there was other times where I dreamed I went to a store full of candies and cookies and ice cream and lollipops and everything. And that was overindulging too. So God does help you. He guides you through your day, even through your diets and your high sugar levels, to your they help you. They help you get back on track. So it's good to have God with you. Believe me, you don't want to be against God. A lot of people are making fun of God, saying there's no God, that God is this, God is that he's the fictional character made by religion and stuff like that. God is real, and he takes care of us. And so does his guardian angels. So if you have a dream about candies and cookies and all that, that's probably it's probably you're being told by way of dreams, because some people out there who have seen this video may still not believe that God is helping me with this, but he is. But the dream is telling me that I'm overindulging. Calm it down. Calm it down. Okay? Don't eat all that junk food. Okay? In fact, if you go, you shouldn't eat. I shouldn't be eating it at all. Right? Not at all. But the temptation is there, and that's another thing. Okay? When you know you have high blood sugar, if you have a sensitivity to sugar, and you start eating all kind of junk food and candy, you are being tempted. You have to overcome temptation. You're desiring things that are bad for you. Overindulgence. So God's probably also telling me overcome temptation. Because when you overindulge, you have to overcome temptation, because it's all around me. You know, the candy, the cookies, and everything at the same time. So this is what happens when you do the Chaplet of Saint Michael the Archangel. So it does work, and I advise you to take your guardian angels before you go to sleep, and to do your Chaplet of Saint Michael. Okay, I do with Mother Angelica in the morning time. I think it's 7:00. It comes on Monday, I think, to Thursday, because on Friday, Saint Michael the Archangel is not on. Mother Angelica does not pray Saint Michael the Archangel on Fridays. What comes on is the Station of the Cross, and the Station of the Cross is important too. People have prayed that have done the Station of the Cross, and they have a lot of true testimonies and miracles and blessings and healings that took place. People use the Station of the Cross also to help the souls of purgatory, get out of purgatory. And there's stories about that too, true stories. So if you have a dream about candy all around you, it's most likely telling you that you're overindulging. You too much temptation. That's what the dream meant. All right? And the power of the angels to help you. You know, God gives you your angels to guide you. And God does guide you in everything. And Jesus helps you carry your cross each and every day. Especially when you're sick, have a condition, or maybe it could be anything. He helps carry you on. All right? All right. Okay, this is a true testimony on the Chaplet of Saint Michael, praying the chaplet and the guardian angels. And this is also about if you dream about having a lot of candies and cookies and stuff around you, and ice cream and all that, it means you're overindulging, and you have to overcome temptation. Everything around us is temptation, right? Candy or not, we're being tempted in many ways. All right? Okay, have a good day. Over and out. Bye-bye.